Hello everyone and welcome to the weird, scary and horrible parts of humanity. Patrick Wood Crusius was born on the 27th of July 1998. An Anglo-Saxon male, he lived in his family home in Alumni, Texas, in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex in a mostly white area. Initially attending Beverly Elementary School in Plano, in 2017 he graduated from Plano Senior High School, a public secondary school in Plano, Texas. Notable alumni include former soccer player Chad Daring, who is seen in this video. Daring played for numerous teams in the United States of America, most infamously the Dallas Burn from 1998 until 2003, and also represented the United States national football team between 1993 and 2000, appearing 18 times and scoring 1 goal, including 1 game at the 1998 FIFA World Cup. Kristen Nicole Adams, who appeared on American Idol and is a former Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, also attended the school, as well as comedian and radio personality Carruth Foster, who appeared on national radio program Imus in the Morning, as well as retired United States naval aviator and former NASA astronaut John Harrington. After graduating high school, Crusius went to Collin College, a public community college serving Collin County and Rockwall County in North and Northeast Dallas, which he attended from 2017 until the spring of 2019. He then began working in his family's scrap metal recycling business, having formerly worked as a bagger at a supermarket. On his LinkedIn profile, he stated working in general sucks, and he is, quote, not really motivated to do anything more than what's necessary to get by. He legally purchased a WASR-10 AK-47 style rifle. Driving down to El Paso, Texas, which is on the Mexican border and has a Hispanic population of 64.8%, on the 3rd of August 2019, Crusius went to the Walmart Supercenter near the Cielo Vista Mall, a super-regional mall owned and operated by Simon Property Group, with 134 stores and 5 anchor tenants, including Dillard's North, Dillard's West, JCPenney, Macy's and Sears, on the east side of El Paso. At 10:39 a.m. he began shooting in the parking lot. The store manager witnessed this and issued a code brown, designating an active shooter to his employees, allowing customers to evacuate or hide. Crusius entered the store and continued shooting. Many customers and employees fled to other stores in the adjacent mall, hid under tables or in shopping containers located behind the building. First responders arrived 6 minutes after the initial 911 call, with the El Paso Police Department, Texas Rangers and paramedics arriving at the scene. Leaving 6 minutes after he commenced his massacre, Crusius left 23 dead and 23 injured in what was the deadliest anti-Hispanic attack in recent U.S. history. One of the victims died the day after the event and another victim died 2 days later. The final victim died 8 months after the attack on the 26th of April 2020. Among the dead were 13 Americans, 8 Mexicans and 1 German. The 8 Mexicans murdered came from neighboring Ciudad Juárez, Chihuahua Town and Torreon, all in the state of Coahuila, Mexico. 13 victims were taken to the University Medical Center of El Paso, and another 11 individuals were taken to the Del Sol Medical Center. Crusius drove to the intersection of Sunmount and Viscount, where he identified himself as a shooter and surrendered to Texas Rangers and an El Paso motorcycle officer. But why did Crusius commit this massacre? Well, in his manifesto, The Inconvenient Truth, which was posted on 8chan shortly before the shooting, he identified the type of weapon used in the attack and said that he was inspired by the Christchurch mosque shootings in New Zealand, expressing support for the perpetrator Brenton Harrison Tarrant. The Christchurch Mosque massacre targeted Muslim worshippers in a terrorist attack motivated by far-right extremism, Islamophobia and white supremacy at the Al-Noor Mosque and Linwood Islamic Centre in Christchurch, New Zealand. 51 people were killed in the attack. Throughout his manifesto, Crusius supported many right-wing extremist ideologies, including cultural and ethnic replacement, and also purported that there was a Hispanic invasion taking place within the United States of America. In his attack, he openly targeted Mexicans, believing that they were taking the jobs of citizens of the United States of America with a dwindling number of jobs. He promoted white nationalist ideologies with far-right conspiracy theories, which he called the Great Replacement, a white nationalist far-right conspiracy theory, which stated that white European populations are being replaced with non-European peoples. Within the document, many of the words were similar to those used by then President Donald Trump, such as referring to a migrant invasion, but he also stated that President Trump should not be blamed for the attack, and Crusius criticized both the Democratic and Republican parties for allowing corporations to import foreign workers. Crusius also noted that Democrats would soon control the United States of America, partly due to the increasing Hispanic population, an idea that gained acceptance for years on right-wing conservative radio shows. People who went to Beverly Elementary School with him, including 20-year-old Daniel Hale, said that they were shocked and remembered Crusius as a nice kid. Memorials were set up at the Walmart with several funeral homes in El Paso and the Mexican city on the border with the United States of America, Ciudad Juarez, announcing funeral services for free to the families of the victims as a sign of solidarity. Walmart pledged $400,000 for funds that were aimed at helping the victims of a mass shooting, and on the 3rd of September 2019, Walmart announced that it would stop selling ammunition for handguns and some assault weapons in all of its stores within the United States of America. President Donald Trump condemned the shooting as hateful and cowardly, and after the massacre in Dayton, Ohio, 13 hours later, which saw 10 people killed, all flags of the United States of America government, both domestic and abroad, were to be flown at half-staff until sunset on the 8th of August. We did a video earlier on Connor Stephen Betts and the 2019 Dayton shooting, so if you want to find out more about that massacre, then please go ahead and check that video out. In a speech on the White House on the 5th of August, President Trump stated, "In one voice, our nation must condemn racism, bigotry, and white supremacism. These sinister ideologies must be defeated. Hate has no place in America." However, President Trump was significantly criticized due to allegations that his anti-migrant rhetoric had inspired Crusius. Within 2 days of the shooting, the hashtag White Supremacist in Chief reached the #1 trend on Twitter, and former President Barack Obama broke his self-imposed vow of silence on President Trump's leadership to release a statement which stated, "We should soundly reject language coming out of the mouths of any of our leaders that feeds a climate of fear and hatred or normalizes racial sentiments." This was widely seen as a criticism of President Trump's anti-migrant rhetoric. President Trump remarked that violent video games contributed to such mass shootings, which was further supported by House Minority Leader of the United States House of Representatives Republican Kevin McCarthy and Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, who was also a Republican. This drew criticism from the video game industry, as there is no evidence that shootings are caused by video games, and the video game industry further stated that their industry was being used as a scapegoat. Members of the Democratic Party, including several 2020 presidential candidates, criticized President Trump's anti-immigrant rhetoric and called for gun control in the United States of America, with a proposed ban on assault weapons following the shootings. With 8 Mexicans murdered and 7 Mexicans wounded, Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador extended his condolences to the families of the Mexican and American victims, criticizing the indiscriminate use of weapons in the United States of America. Internationally, the Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, condemned the attack, while Pope Francis, during a speech in St. Peter's Square on the 4th of August 2019, condemned attacks on defenseless people and said that he was spiritually close to the victims affected by the attacks that had bloodied Texas, California, and Ohio. In his speech, Pope Francis referred to the El Paso shooting, the Dayton shooting, and the Gilroy Garlic Festival shooting, which was committed on the 28th of July 2019 by 19-year-old Santino William Legan, resulting in 4 people being killed, including Legan. On the 12th of September 2019, Crusius was indicted on capital murder by a Texas grand jury and pleaded not guilty to capital murder charges on the 10th of October 2019 at the El Paso County Courthouse. On the 6th of February 2020, he was charged with 90 federal charges, including 22 counts of committing a hate crime resulting in death. On the 28th of April 2020, this was increased to 23 cases after the final individual died after 9 months in hospital. Federal prosecutors of the United States Attorney's Office for the Western District of Texas are seeking the death sentence, but the final decision will be made by the Attorney General of the United States of America, waiving his first federal bond on the 12th of February 2020 during his first federal court appearance on the 23rd of July 2020. Crusius entered a plea of not guilty to federal charges. His defense is that there were mitigating factors with alleged lifelong neurological and mental disabilities, which led to him being treated with antipsychotic medication, and he was in a psychotic state after the shooting. Prosecutors are seeking the death sentence, which could delay his trial for years. Inevitably, his trial has been further delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. He currently remains on trial. Thank you for watching. Please do yourself a favour and hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to inform you when new videos come out. Also, why not hit that like button and leave a nice comment? It helps more than you know and your support is truly appreciated. Until next time, stay awesome, stay classy, be kind to everyone you meet, and have an amazing day.